Hello, everybody. Welcome to. It's been long in the works. It's the true cherry on top. We're going for a tier list video in big 2024. So, because some people love living in the past in life in general, always think of the good memories. Let's bring back one of the best resistance memories of all time and make a tier list. And what of, I hear you cry? Is it on the player's abilities to let the past go? Is it on how good everybody is at doing a 90-degree turn and shooting out the cam with jam? No, we're getting serious. It's the Mastermind voice lines I'm rating. We're going to go through every single one of them. I will give a short overview on each of them and say if they are S tier for iconic and humorous or F tier for boring / triggers the fuck out of me. So at the end of this video, you'll very much know what voice lines to spam when you next kill me. Let's get into it with Taunt 01. I don't know what any of these are in advance. Let's see.
Science at its peak.
Science at its peak. It's short, it's to the point. It's delivered in a way where Annette doesn't truly believe in herself saying it. Not enough people use it. It's just a C to start us out with. Middle of C, literally middle ground.
All is running as expected.
Yeah, all is running as expected. That's moderately decent. I can see it being used in situations where an Annette has just grabbed someone with Birkin and then Tyrone kicked the grab at the very last second and that ruined their Birkin. And then you play that voice line once or twice to, get in the survivor's head saying this ain't over yet. But in reality, you're like, fuck. As for the placement, let's go with top of C tier.
I have planned many steps ahead of you.
Too wordy, too try hard. Too many steps ahead of me. You're going in the E tier.
Absolutely to plan.
This one is underused, and when it is used, it's normally used by random Japanese Annettes when you are absolutely thumping them in Area 2. So, they've admitted defeat already. There's no threat behind this voice line. It's pretty basic in wording. It's top of D tier.
What? Did I miscalculate?
I like this. Annette says, what? In a very surprised tone. Miscalculate's a good word to put in there. People use it appropriately in matches. Especially one or two good people who can be self-deprecating and they spam that when they're getting destroyed. That can be bottom of B tier.
Impossible!
Impossible is horrendous. That can go in F tier. It's used by Annettes who somehow don't realise that lickers can cause area 3 lag, and then when they make a 9-minute recovery because of lickers, they spam impossible because they're acting like it's genuinely incredible that they've made a comeback. No, you're just laggy.
You'd rather the world suffer to save your own life?
Not too bad. It's a good question that Annette puts to you. Makes you pause and wonder and think. Bit too wordy, but it's alright. I don't mind it. I've got it equipped mainly because I combo it with any other voice line on the rare occasion I do play Annette. But, yeah, middle of C. Annette's got a decent laugh. It's not too sinister where it feels like a piss take, but it's also not completely dorky where it feels like you can't take her seriously. C tier laugh.
You will die alone.
F tier, used by Annettes in Area 3, mostly American laggy Annettes in Area 3, that make a comeback due to liquor spam, and then they spam this the second that a Sam who's trying to kill a liquor with 5 seconds of delay gets killed himself.
You will die alone.
It's so shit it moved me back up to it.
It was for humanity.
Similar to You Will Die Alone, not as triggering. D tier.
They hear every fearful breath you take.
I have this equipped, mainly to combo it with other voice lines. It's decent, a little bit too long. I lose interest midway through. It's bottom of C.
Do not blame me. This whole mess is Umbrella's fault.
Bit too long and drawn out. Do not blame me, that's good on its own. Some people use it appropriately, it's just another C tier, really.
You can't hide.
That's very boring, and let's use it when they're pissed off and triggered that their zombie dies in 2 hits. Very boring, middle of D tier.
Good. On schedule.
Only the bestinets can play this, right? Because if their creatures die and they use this, you're still like, ooh, yeah, now he's actually going to step up his game. But the Annets who use this that aren't very good, it's just like, okay, mate, you've given up. Overall, middle of C tier. Let's go to Daniel, who, while Annette gave us a couple of decent ones, but mostly average ones, I think Daniel should have some crackers in here. Let's see.
Yes, that is how we do it, my friend.
That's a good one, delivered with a good tone of voice. You can use it either to be ominous about what's to come for the survivors, or if you're just pissing around and you get killed instantly, you just credit them on killing you. Yeah, that's good. That can be upper B tier.
All the wheels, they lined up perfectly.
Said in a very joyous way, very memorable, A tier.
Live, die. Either way suits me.
It's only good, this one, when people spam.
Live, die, live,
Yeah,
die.
when people just
Either way suits me.
spam live when, I don't know, someone lags out immediately and then the mastermind gives you a free win, so you just spam live. So a little bit of credit for that. Goes into the bottom of the B tier, otherwise, it's a pretty mid-line.
Fuck we! No, that sounds shit.
S tier, it just has to be. I don't even need to explain that one.
That did not turn out as I expected.
That's, yeah, well done, Daniel. That's an A tier. That can either be one that you use to signal disbelief that your zombies died, or I've seen it used when a survivor team all runs into a trap explosion and get team wiped, and even the Daniel's like, well, I didn't know it would go that well. Yeah, you can use this in a versatile way. It's good fun. That can be upper A tier.
Merde!
Nah. Some Daniels ruin it by spamming it when it's clearly a skill issue that they are losing. But otherwise, it's decently funny. Top of C tier.
Fucking shit-filled puss bags!
S tier, even when I get team wiped by a laggy Daniel in Area 3, I can never get mad at this voice line. It's just funny. It's just iconic. And you can even spam.
Fucking shit filled
Which is always amusing. S tier. Daniel's laugh, it's a good baseline, but he doesn't have much versatility. Like, every mastermind gets, what, like 4 laughs? Daniel's sound very similar. His laugh as a individual thing, yeah, it's delivered alright, but he doesn't have, like, a true Spencer laugh in there. One that you're waiting to hear, that's just the most iconic. All of his are okay, nothing special. Middle of C tier.
If luck were not a cheap myth, you would still not have any.
I never ever hear this voice line. It's too long. I lose interest halfway through hearing it. Middle of D tier.
Dr. Wesker wants your fear. They want your flesh. I do not give a fuck.
This one's pretty decent. Sounds like he's rapping. It's one of the only longer voice lines that I stay interested in because of the good delivery. I never get triggered by it, it's funny. Yeah, bottom of A tier.
I could let you leave. I will not, but I could.
Again, this one's just a bit cringe. It only gets used by masterminds when they're about to lose, which is like a 2 out of 10 on the moderately amusing scale. It's alright, top of D tier.
Time to end this, do you not think?
This one has wasted potential. Could be used in a very memey way, but most of the time it just gets used randomly when a Daniel wants to spam a voice line for no reason. D tier.
Bonjour, I see you.
S tier, what can I say? Daniel gets another one. Bonjour, I see you. You can use it however you want and it can still fit the context, and it's just iconic. Beautifully done.
See zombie! See zombie run! Run, zombie, run!
I feel like this voice line was only ever used when Swingpoint was playing the game. I think he used it in a couple of dance and die matches, and that was quite amusing. Other than that, I never really hear it, but it's funny, it's good. Top of A tier. Well done, Daniel. Now we move on to Alex, and while I said Daniel voice lines don't trigger me, there's going to be a few from Alex that certainly do. Let's see what we have.
As expected.
Not a good start. It's only funny when you kill Yasaveo in 2 seconds and then they spam that. But when you're against a stream sniping trap Alex that Kebab team blows up. What am I trying to say? The trap explosions you. It's because Duckman Sam used to say kebab bombs for trap explosions, so I got confused. But anyway, yeah, when they use it because a rank 1 kills everyone by stepping in a trap explosion, it's just boring. D tier.
Very good.
This is one of Alex's better ones. It's simple. She delivers it in a good way. You can use it sarcastically. It's just all round fine. Top of C tier.
You are progressing sufficiently through the tests.
I mean, this is the thing. I like this one, because when I'm Alex, I've used it before to genuinely give the survivors praise when they are doing well. So, yeah, it's good to have one that you can just acknowledge the survivors when they're absolutely destroying you. Otherwise, I don't hear this used too much. So, equals out to top of the C tier.
Perfection!
This is simultaneously an S tier if it's you doing something with Alex, and also an F tier if I hear this spammed when, I don't know, somebody's just shot a trap and that stuns you all, and then you all get triple landmined and die, and then you have to hear this spam 10 seconds before overtime finishes. So yeah, S and F for perfection.
Worthless!
This is one of the worst voice lines in the game. Pathetic voice line. Absolutely hate it with all my body and soul. The only thing worthless is the fact that you are using this on a game where you've probably won with lag.
Subpar.
Nearly as bad as worthless. Very try-hard. Very over the top. Never does an actual good Alex use this, or
Worthless. Subpar.
no good Alex uses them to celebrate victory. If you use either of these, skill issue, you're shit. Moving on.
Uneducated buffoons!
And I take it back. All of Alex's mistake voice lines are a mistake because they are some of the worst things in video game history. Uneducated buffoons is an F tier. Alex's normal laughs where she's like, they're like F tier. They are so triggering to hear when your team has had a stinker. But the ooh, that's a good one. That's an S tier, that specific laugh.
I have everything I need, except your death.
I hear this every so often, it never makes an impression on me. It's such a mid-voice line. top of D tier.
Do not test my patience.
Very boring, very try-hard, I say, while I have it equipped. E tier.
You will die, but your data will live on.
Again, Alex, your threatened voice lines are just a bit too wordy. This is one of the more inoffensive ones, but still doesn't make it good. Top of D.
I know where you are.
Nah, I hear that used every so often. You can't really use it to be funny or sarcastic at your own gameplay, so it's one of those. It only has a certain amount of use. But it's okay. It's middle of C tier.
You have survived too long.
This one is good when you lose and you've got a little bit of time to wait for the door to open, so you just say...
You have survived, you have survived, you have survived too long.
And it's like, yeah, well done, you have survived. So it's amusing there. That puts it up to a middle C tier.
My work is more important than your brief life.
Ugh, too wordy, very boring, middle of D tier. Okay, Spencer. What do we have with you?
I am pleased.
That's one of a rare A tier voice lines. It's said in a funny, quirky way. You can, if you're a creature Spencer main, you can spam it when you've just lost your entire room worth of 16 bioenergy zombies. Yeah, it's good. I don't get triggered by it. A tier.
Excellent.
S tier. You just can't be
Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
being spammed constantly. Like, at worst, if we get team wiped and a Spencer spams excellent, it's just funny. It's like, how can I get mad at him saying
Excellent.
in that tone of voice? I can't. S tier.
You are performing on schedule. Continue.
Not too bad. You can use it to give credit to the survivors. You can also use it to taunt someone who you don't like if you've just beaten them in Area 1. Like, I don't know. If Omnicross Slash gets his rocket out after 2 seconds with Jill, you can say you're performing on schedule because it's that predictable. It's alright. It's a C tier.
Ah, yes, it's perfect.
That can be another rare A tier voice line. It's good, has a little pause in it with the ah yes. And yeah, just a solid Spencer voice line.
Absurd.
S tier, I find it funny. If it was Alex saying absurd, it would be grating and I'd give it F tier because it's Spencer. S tier.
Unbelievable.
S++ tier, unbelievable is hilarious. You can use it no matter the context, and I don't think I've ever got annoyed at it. So, well done, Spencer.
No. Cease this nonsense.
I take back what I said about Alex's ones being the worst in the game. This is the single worst voice line in the game, and it's all because of Mike and Link Way, who would spam saying this in every stream. They would both do a very shit Spencer accent and say this 24/7. It's absolutely infuriating. If I hear this in the game now, I'm just mentally done. It's ridiculous. It wasn't funny in the first place. It isn't funny even with a bad Spencer accent. FF tier. That one there, that laugh is a C tier. That one, that is an FF tier. That voice line is used by Terminal Spencers who beat a team with USB 2, and they think they're hilarious. So when that laugh comes up and they spam it, you're like, bro, you beat me when I barely even have USBs. Horrendous laugh.
You will never see your loved ones again.
This is one of the more grating Spencer voice lines. Again, typical usage in a laggy Area 3 match. Of course I'll never see my loved ones again, because I'm stuck in your laggy-ass match. F tier.
This is the end for you.
This is a bottom 5 voice line. The way he says it, it's too proud, too demanding, too upfront, and it's like, yes, if we're team wiped by D-Field because we're all stupid, I know this is the end. I can see we won't have enough time. The fact you're rubbing it in because you're normally getting destroyed is very stupid. I hate this voice line. Moving on.
Research needs sacrifices. Yours in particular.
Yeah, has potential with the research needs sacrifices, but then the second sentence just mids it out. It's top of D.
Why do you seek to annoy me?
Nah, that's alright. I'll give that just a straight up B tier. You can find it amusing, give yourself a little chuckle when you're beating a Spencer and he uses this. So yeah, kind of inoffensive.
Ah, I found you.
That is like a B tier overall, but purely for spamming like that. That is hilarious. I love it when Spencers do that. That's an S tier on its own.
I'm doing this for humanity. Humanity needs me as a god. Don't you agree?
This voice line gives solid Snake vibes. It's very boring, very drawn out, very try-hard. E tier. And to close things off, Nikolai, who I suspect will have a couple of F tiers and S tiers. Let's see.
Yes!
I have no comment on this. I genuinely don't know. If it's in solo queue and you're against Solid Snake 5 times in a row, this is the worst voice line in the game. Otherwise, while it was annoying when Peppenkek used to do it at first, over time it just became funny and a meme. So, yeah, it's still, if you face it in solo queue, worst voice line in the game. Otherwise, it's just amusing. It can just equal out to a C tier.
So, we make progress.
Mid C tier.
This is your end. Accept it.
One of the worst voice lines in the game, used by Nikolais who rely on auto shield mod or something really cheap, and they think they're the best Nikolai in the game because they beat someone on bemusement. Yeah, nah, that's an E tier.
Good. It goes to plan.
Top of C tier. Never is triggering. It isn't said in an annoying way. You can't spam it in an annoying way. It just is what it is.
Stop with this.
This is an F tier. Even though it's not triggering, it's like you spamming this when we're defeating you easily isn't going to make me stop because it's just an annoying voice line. It's just going to make me want to end the match quicker. So, yeah, I'll kill your Nemi 15 more times and you can still spam this. It doesn't make the voice line any less mid. So, D tier.
You make me unhappy.
It just means that you're beating a Nikolai when they use this. So, a little bit of satisfaction from that. Otherwise, it's a bit mid. Middle of the C tier.
Comply and you will die quickly.
Very boring, very try-hard. Used by Nikolai mains who only ever beat solo queue. It just tells me that you're not good if you use this voice line. But it's, yeah, it's like a middle D tier. All of Nikolai's laughs have the potential to be funny, but some of the most insufferable players spammed his laugh, so that's an E tier.
They taste you in the air. They want your flesh.
That's mildly amusing. Yeah, I don't mind that. That's mildly amusing. Nothing much to say either. Middle of the C tier.
They stumble closer. You smell their stinking breath.
Just a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Like, when I'm in the middle of a gunfight with potential zombies around, I'm not going to be thinking about stinky breath. It's just a weird one. It's like Nikolai's projecting his own stinky breath. He's insecure about his breath, and he's portraying it to us, so... Yeah, a little bit too much info there, Nikki. E tier.
I will fulfill my contract.
Again, used by Nikolai mains when they get very excited that they down someone in Area 1, but when a first aid spray gets used, they then lose with 6 minutes on the clock. D tier.
My client wishes this. They will learn from your death.
I rarely hear this one. It's alright, but missed potential because nobody really uses it. They use either the funnier Nikolai voice lines or the more annoying ones, so... middle of C tier.
You cannot hide from me.
Horrendous voice line used by, again, Nikolais that aren't even good. They'll get a down on a Jan after giving away 6 20s in a row, and then they'll spam this, and it's like, mate, you just gave me 2 minutes worth of time. You can't celebrate that. E tier.
I will kill you slowly for this.
And one of the very worst voice lines in the game to end us off with. I will kill you slowly for this. It's just telling me, no, you're killing us slowly because you can't kill us, because you can't aim for shit. That goes down as a bottom D tier. Thank you for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the wonderful tier list. And yeah, I will see you later. I was trying to fit that in with I will kill you slowly for this, but realized it would have been cringe, so that will do. Thank you very much.